We are not ready. Indonesia is not ready for an online revolution in education, and the pandemic is the blatant proof of that. In 2020, the world is hit by the COVID pandemic, and Indonesians' lives is changed by that. Our normal ways of living have to be replaced with online methods, and so the educational sector has to comply with that. I remember when I was in 10th grade, I was able to go to school and I was able to get in my classroom and socialize with my friends and interact with my teachers directly, face to face. But now it's all replaced with Zoom meetings and Google Meets and spending hours and hours on the Google Classroom app. With the rise of technology, we would expect that it would be easy for us to adapt to these changes because, well, we are born with the birth of internet after all. But then we are faced with the reality, and the reality sucks. Online school is hard, and there are so many problems with it. The problems with online school can be categorized into two. First one, internal problems such as lack of motivation, not being able to study by ourselves, and stress. There is a case where a 16-year-old from Gorontalo committed suicide because she was too stressed out due to online school. That just reflects how badly online school affects us psychologically. There are also external problems such as living somewhere with low internet bandwidth or living somewhere with lots of distractions. Just imagine when you're trying to engage on your online classes and then suddenly your sister is screaming and your mother is asking you to wash the dishes. How can we study properly with that? There are also economical troubles. Some people cannot even afford a smartphone. There was a case where last year a father from Garut, West Java, have to steal from his neighbor to support his son's education. That's just how bad it is. If you take a look at the official Instagram account of the Ministry of Education, you can see that there are loads of comments from students just begging for offline school to be back because we just cannot do this online school thing anymore. Thus, we are not ready. And the only way to fix this is to go back. How? Vaccination. It's been a year since the pandemic and the vaccines are already distributed. But wait, why are vaccines the only way? Well, the thing is, the world has been through lots of pandemics and virus outbreaks, and most, if not all, are eradicated thanks to the development of vaccine. The problem is, vaccination rate in Indonesia is slow. Up until the 3rd of September 2019, only 13.9% of Indonesia's whole population are fully vaccinated, while Mr. Joko Widodo, our president, targets 70% of Indonesia's population to be vaccinated by January 2022. And after doing the maths, looking based on the statistics of that, that is very unlikely to happen. And the target is probably going to be reached by May 2022, which is 4 months late, which means 4 months more wasted on online school. And there has been vaccine refusal. People are refusing to get the vaccine due to personal reasons, which are mostly spread because of hoaxes and are untrue, when in reality, vaccines are safe. Therefore, in order to make vaccination rates go up, the government needs to make them mandatory. By making them mandatory, it ensures that there will be no vaccine refusal, and it's going to be easier for the government to clear out an area and say, oh, this area is vaccinated. And also, teachers, students, and other people in the educational sector should be second in line for receiving vaccine after the healthcare workers, because of course they are the most at risk. Pairing mandatory guidelines with prioritization of the educational sector to get the vaccine, if you pair that together, you will get the perfect recipe for a faster educational relief. And this will benefit all stakeholders. It will benefit, firstly, us, students, because we're going to be able to learn properly. We're going to be able to study properly. And then second, it's going to benefit teachers. Teachers can also face the same problems as us, as I've mentioned before. In addition to that, some teachers are just not tech savvy, and so online school can be hard for teachers. And then it's also going to be benefiting the government, because who doesn't benefit from a satisfied nation, an educated nation? When people are educated, properly educated, this means that there will be better human resources, and the government greatly benefits from that. And lastly, it will also benefit parents, because parents are burdened so much because of online school. Some parents have to become teachers for their children, and not everyone can teach. And the financial struggles that I've mentioned before can be lifted off their shoulders if our normal ways of school are back. And so no stakeholder is going to be negatively impacted by the revival of offline schooling. To conclude, Indonesia's education is getting worse and worse thanks to online school, and the only way to fix this is through vaccinations. And the government holds a very vital role in this. By making vaccinations mandatory, it will ensure a quicker relief for the educational sector. Because online school is not a solution, it is creating a new problem in our education. And as John Dewey said, education is not preparation for life. Education is life itself. And our lives are not online. Thank you.